Hey everyone, Derrick Oldensmith here, senior trader at T3 Trading Group with your pro trading tip. Today, we're going to be talking about position sizing. Position sizing, I think, is kind of an underlooked topic. It's actually really important for your trading, knowing when to take more or less stock in any trade that you're taking. We call this your tier size. So the amount of tier size that you have is the amount of shares that you're buying in a stock. So for example, I'm buying 1,000 shares in this trade, or I'm buying 400 shares in this trade. That would be an example of your tier sizing. A common mistake that I see from newer traders who are first getting started is they take the same amount of tier size regardless of what the trade is. They go, all right, 400 shares is the tier size that I take. And that's the wrong approach. How you want to be thinking about tier sizing or position sizing, it's actually a pretty simple math formula. We call this math trader math. You want to kind of back into what your tier size is. What do I mean by that? First thing that you want to think about when you're placing a trade is what the appropriate stop loss price will be. The next thing you want to think about is how many dollars you want to risk on that trade. Based on the answers to those first two questions, you then know what your tier size should be for the trade. Let me give you some basic examples. Let's say I'm buying a breakout trade today at XYZ stock at $50, and my stop loss is going to be at $49.90. So I have 10 cents worth of what I call space risk. Space risk is the term that I use to differentiate the difference between your entry price and where your stop loss is gonna be. Next question, how many dollars am I planning on risking on my trade? Let's say that I wanna risk $100 on this trade. Well, if I'm gonna be taking 10 cents worth of risk and I want to risk $100, what's the math on how many shares I need to take? 1,000 shares. 1,000 shares at 10 cents worth of risk is gonna be $100 risk total on your trade. Well, what if I was buying $50 and the stop loss was gonna be $49.80? Now I've got 20 cents worth of risk. If I wanna risk that same $100, how many shares? 500 shares. What if it's a more expensive stock and I need to give it more space risk? What if I was buying a $200 stock and I'm giving it $1 worth of room? So I'm buying at $200 and my stop loss in this case would be at $199. I want to risk $100, 100 shares. The way that we come up with how many shares we want to take, or what we call our positioning or our tier sizing on any given trade, we come up with first our space risk, the difference between entry point and exit. Second, we come up with how many dollars we want to risk on the trade. And then based on the answers to those first two questions, you know how many shares you need to take. If you like what you learned today about position sizing, make sure to like and subscribe. Also, check out the links in the description below where you can learn about how to become a part of my team of professional traders on the Pro Desk virtual trading floor, or read my free ebook on how you can become a professional proprietary trader with T3 Trading Group.